Hello again, listeners. Welcome to another podcast on the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel. My name is Chama. I am your host today. And today with me, I have Mr. Ben. Big Ben is back on the pod. Ben, welcome back.
Thank you very much, Chama. Hello, listeners. Good to be back. Good to be back.
Yeah, nice. We happy back again. Guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are new around the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel. And if you like what we do on this channel, please consider giving us a like or a thumbs up. Today it's gonna be game week 37 preview. That is the penultimate game. This is the second to last game of the season. This season is almost done now. I think people are exhausted now with FPL. I think it has been a very long draining season, so we cannot wait for it to finish, of course. So today we will look at the game week 37 fixtures and look back in game week 36, our teams, how we did, me and Ben. It was a double game with 36. It was not a great double for both of us, but we will try to go through it, and then we will look at the some of the big news that happened over the course of the week. Like for example, Allen Haaland moving to Manchester City, which is a big move in terms of football and in terms of FPL next season. How is he going to impact our FPL season? So we will try to just brush on that a little bit. Hopefully before the start of the season, we will go into details about that Haaland move and other moves, of course. And also we look at the FA Cup finals. Chelsea play Liverpool in the FA Cup finals this weekend. So they have a fixture, but their fixture is gonna come after the after the final this weekend. I don't know how that is gonna affect their teams. It can be different, I think. But we will look at all those things. But before we move, let's just start right with the discussion of the results of game week 36 before we go into any like game week 37 preview. Mr. Ben, how was your game week in game week 36?
All red arrows, like from the beginning to the end. Unfortunately, because I didn't have Kevin De Bruyne, and we all knew what he did over the last game in the midweek
Yeah.
with that 4 goals, and quite a number of people actually uncaptained him. So I had 67 points. I took a -4 hit.
Yeah.
So it comes to about 63 points. So Mendy was in goal. Again, I targeted most of the double game week players. Mendy was in goal. Chelsea considered 2 goals in their first game against Wolves. So Mendy only gave me 7 points, which is not bad. Then Laporte, Manchester City, 14 points. He scored and kept a clean sheet during their 5-0 thrashing of Newcastle.
Yeah.
But they considered a goal when they actually also trashed Wolves 5-1. So, but 14 points. Then Matip, 11 points. Although he played only 1 game out of the 2, he didn't play against Spurs, but he scored. He scored and actually got a 3-point bonus against Aston Villa. Yeah. So Amate of Leicester, 6 points. Madison of Leicester, 6 points. Salah was my captain. I could only get 6 points from him, 3 times to making it 6, and this is over 2 game weeks.
Yeah.
Although he was actually benched and only played for 18 minutes during the
Yeah, of course.
that second game. Yeah. So Foden also Foden gave me 8 points. He was benched in the first game, played 18 minutes in the second game. Havertz also gave me only 1 point. He didn't play any minutes in the Chelsea versus Leeds, and he came very late during the Wolves game. Saka 4 points and Gabriel Jesus 2 points. So a total of 67 points,
Yeah.
which is very bad in a game week. That was
So
high scoring. The average the average points in the game in game week 36 was 79. So I actually scored below average.
Wow, that's insane. 79 points average. I think if we had to hit that point every
I
week,
have
we would be very happy. But yeah, the game week was
same, yeah.
very high scoring. I think the highest points was about 225. That is the second highest ever in FBL. Like
Correct, 225.
yeah, since the game started, imagine this is the second highest point that somebody has hit. 226 is the
Yeah.
highest, just one less. That's what the highest scorer scored this week. So yeah, and
Yeah.
you had the triple city in your team too. Just the not the right three, I would say. But yeah, you had the three. And
Yeah.
City, that is the problem. You know, we never know who is the right three.
So who is
There's
that?
all
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
but yeah, it is a brutal game sometimes, and the variance in this game week was was completely crazy. If you look at like you say, you did not have KDB. Somebody captain KDB is like he's talking about 50 points ahead of you already. They have already closed the gap, or they have already
A
been.
serious threat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this variance
Yeah.
was completely crazy, and you don't
And
have.
some people actually triple captained him.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
I myself, if I had him, I think I was gonna go there because I used my triple captain chip. Um, but of course I had Salah, so I triple captain Salah. Yeah. Let's just we can. It's a good segue to my team. I had 88 points. I did not take any hit. I did not even make a transfer because at the end of the day, I did not know who to bring in and who to get rid of in my team. I had Iheanacho. I had even Fofana. He had a double game week. I had to put him on my bench. Iheanacho, he had a double game week. I did not want to sell a player with double game week ahead of the fixtures. You will not sell the Manchester City. You will not sell Son. You will not sell Salah for KDB. So there was no logical way for me to bring in KDB into my team. But in terms of captaincy, I think he was my choice of captaincy. Yes, that's why I'm a bit gutted that I did not go with KDB. Because I kind of trust Salah to deliver at the end of the day. At least you would have expected one return from Salah, right? So for him to black in both fixtures of the double was something of a big blow. But yeah, that was it. I had 88 points. Yeah, 88 points. I just beat the average, and which is okay. But like you say, it was a high scoring game. People were hitting 100 points plus. So anything less than 100
Yes.
was not a good score. So yeah,
Was actually Red Arrow, I think.
yeah, definitely. It was a big rate for me. I
Yeah.
dropped from
Yeah.
198 to 716. That was more than
Wow.
200% drop in
Yeah.
rank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's huge. That's huge.
that was huge. That was huge. So in hindsight now, I was
Yeah.
just wishing I just did a move to get KDB,
To
and
bring in
then
KDB. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, because I had the transfer. It just needed 1 or 2 hits or a direct transfer from Salah or Son. That I think I will never have done. Salah or Son for KDB, never. I could have like find my way another round, another way around, but yeah, it was not to be. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, let's move into the results of game week of game week 36. Let's talk about some of the results. Yeah, they were the big stars of the week, of course. KDB and Son. KDB 30 points, Son 20 points. Son has been in insane form. I know many managers had Kane or Son. So there it has been that competition for a while, but I think Son has
Yeah.
completely killed those Kane owners. He scores almost every other time. The form he is in the last 6 or 7 games
Yeah,
is crazy.
yeah, exactly. Or even last 10 games here. He's
Yeah.
been, he's been performing, week in, week out, week in, week out. It's, I had him, and basically, went after a double game week player. So I sold him because of the double game week player. And he punished me
He
mercilessly.
punished you. Yeah,
So,
definitely.
yeah,
That is what he
yeah.
does.
So,
Because I can remember game week 29, he was not doing so well, and Kane was starting to hit the form that we know Kane had hit. And then everybody was like, whoa, is it time
Kane
to
is
move
bad.
from, like, to take the hit to transfer Son to Kane? And many managers did
Mhm.
that then. And now they are really regretting why doing it. Because Son
Yeah.
has scored like 10 goals in the last 6 or 7 game weeks. He has been in
Yeah, something, yeah.
insane form. And yeah, and against Liverpool, yeah, of course, we can start with that fixture. I think Tottenham played exceptionally well that game, to be honest. Liverpool played well, but Tottenham were just so good. They were so well drilled, and they were so good when it comes to breaking in the counter attacks and things like that. And when they break on the counters, you know who's gonna be at the end of these chances. The fastest player is
At the end
Son.
of the contest, yeah,
Yeah, that's why
yeah.
I know it was Liverpool. I sometimes get a little bit biased picking my team players that play against Liverpool. But against Liverpool, I just knew Son was gonna hurt us because Tottenham
So
will
gonna
break
score,
on. Yeah. So that
I
game
didn't
was
watch that game.
uh-huh.
I didn't watch that game, but following the commentary on the radio and reading the messages from the football WhatsApp groups that I'm a member
Uh-huh.
of. It seems to be a very interesting game. It seems to be a very 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 interesting game.
Yeah, it was to be honest. Yeah, I really enjoyed the way they played Tottenham. But yeah, it kind of put the nail in the coffin for Liverpool for the title. So it means City
You,
are now in the driver's seat. Ah,
you guys are giving up too easily.
no,
But I understand it's City and it's only 2 games left.
yeah,
They need
yeah.
what about 4? They need what 3 points of 3 points. Technically 3 points, only 3 points out
Technically
of the
three
4.
points. Yeah, technically 3 points
Three
because
points,
now
yeah, yeah,
they
yeah,
are
because
ahead in
they
goal
have a better,
difference.
yeah, they have a better goal difference. So you can be rest assured that City will definitely manage to get to win at least one of the 2 games,
Yeah, exactly. That is the
at
that is
least
the thing.
one,
That is the
at
thing.
least,
You have to understand the team you are going up against. So
yeah.
with City, for me,
And
like I
looking
think,
and looking at their fixtures, sorry, it's against West Ham and Aston Villa.
yeah.
Like trust, trust City to basically get at least a win out of those 2.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I
Mm.
cannot see them. I cannot see them dropping more than 3 points in the next two
Yeah,
games. And
exactly,
if they get the three
exactly.
points, I don't think Liverpool can. I know Liverpool can score a lot of goals in a single game. They can do it, but I cannot see them scoring those like clawing that goal difference
Yeah,
back. It's like +7 now.
because right
So
now it's 7. Yeah, right now it's +7. Yeah,
yeah, so that is, yeah. That's why I kind of, yeah. It's not give up. It's just being realistic at the end of the day. So, but yeah,
yeah, I get that. I get that.
and then yeah, City after the Champions League, they came back 5 goals, 5 goals. They won against Newcastle and Wolves. The Wolves game that was, I
And
didn't
Wolves,
watch
yeah.
that game. I saw the Newcastle one, but the Wolves game 5 goals against Wolves. We all know Wolves are very good defensively. They are usually very organized. What happened in that game? Did you see the game?
Yeah. I watched the whole game. City were playing a different level of football. Like if you watch the first leg of City versus Real Madrid, right, the first 10 minutes of that game,
Yeah,
they played the whole 90 minutes like that against Wolves. Like
serious.
from start to finish, they were on top. Like they were so fluid with the way they were passing the ball, with the way they were moving. And I mean, Kevin De Bruyne was just up for it.
Yeah.
Like from the start to the finish. I think the guy woke up on the right side of the bed and was like, "I'm ready to play today."
Uh-huh.
But they were definitely playing a different kind of football that day. Like they were
They were
up for
just
it.
too
I don't
much,
know what
right?
yeah, they were too much. I don't know what Pep said in the dressing room or at the training ground, but they were on another level in that game.
Yeah, definitely. And KDB came
Yeah,
out.
they were on another level.
He was, he's also a very emotional person when it comes to football and things like that. He can be very nice, but like I can see it in him. He's a winger. He's a winner. I can see it in him.
Yeah,
He's hung
yes,
like, especially after the Real Madrid game. He was substituted around the 70th minute. City were in the driver's seat, and then when he left, then everything turned around. So he was
yeah.
still grieving about that. I think he was kind of angry at Pep for taking him off in that game. So
Mm,
after the game, I think he had an interview and he was talking about his position. He don't want, like, this season he has played like the role of a number 9 or like the false 9 and things like that. His best role is to play in the middle. So he
mm,
kind of tried to send the message to Pep that he want to play
yeah,
as
yeah,
number 10. He don't want to
yeah.
play that unorthodox roles that he used to play. Of course, he can play them. He's an exceptional player. For me personally, he's the best player in the league. And these two players are my favorite players that are not non-Liverpool players, KDB and Son.
And
Yeah,
there are no better. He couldn't have sent a message any better.
absolutely.
Let's just put it that way. Like he was on another level in the Wolves game.
I didn't he could have get 5. I saw him hit the post too.
Yeah. He could have, I mean, Kedem could have gotten 6 goals even in that game. After the interview, he mentioned something like that. That he along the lines that he could have gotten 5 goals, and he was right. He was right.
Definitely,
I mean, he missed
definitely.
about 2 clear-cut chances and things like that.
And left with that hat trick, right? He
Yeah,
KDB,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
absolutely,
So you'll think
absolutely.
that, yeah. So you will think that he prefers his left foot, but he prefers his right foot over the left.
Yeah,
But his
he's
hat
just
trick was his first 3 goals were actually from his left foot.
Wow, what a player! What a player he is. Other than that, any other games that you see? The London, not London Derby. You want to talk about that one? Arsenal Tottenham.
I'm not an Arsenal fan. I'm not a Tottenham fan. But I had to switch from that game to the Real Madrid game. I was with the intention of watching that game full time because I thought that it was
Gonna be epic,
real,
huh?
real yeah, it was going to be epic. Real are not playing for anything. The league has already been secured and things like that. So, but after watching that game, the ref basically threw me off, and I switched from the Arsenal game to the Real Madrid game. I think some of those calls, in as much as they were actually a red card, but it was too it was soft. No, I mean the penalty. Sorry, the
The
penalty. It
penalty,
was
yeah,
soft.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
the penalty. The penalty was soft. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I saw the highlights too.
it
I
wasn't
was not.
competitive. Yeah.
Yeah, I was not happy with the officiating, to be honest too. I saw
Yeah.
the highlights.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like the penalty. I was like, is this the penalty they called? Because I know they had a
It is.
penalty because I saw that Son got the assist, so I was looking for it like as a Son owner. So how did Son
Yeah.
get the assist for Kane? So then I saw, oh, this was the penalty. That seriously, that was
Yeah.
not a penalty.
Yeah.
Eh, the red card, I had a lot of people talking about because I did not watch the full game, so I cannot give context to it.
Mhm.
Like for that is if that is the second yellow card. I don't know what happened before that, but they are saying that he could have got a second yellow before even the second yellow. I did not watch the game, so I don't know much about it. But it was too soft for me to see
No.
red card. You should not give that red card, I think,
No,
especially in this final.
the red was fair. No,
How
the red was fair. Holding was stupid.
how
Holding was
about
stupid.
how about the first yellow and things like that? Is the
Yeah,
first
the first
uh-huh.
no, the first yellow was questionable if you ask me.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion, it was questionable. But for the red card, for the second yellow,
Uh-huh.
it was actually justified. There are I mean, as a professional, there are things that you don't leave in the hands of the ref.
Yeah.
You have to be smarter than that. And I believe holding was actually, for lack
Played in
of
them.
a better word, yeah, exactly, played in the hands of the ref. Like at least from a neutral fan of point of view,
Yeah.
in the first few minutes, you could I could say that the ref was not for Arsenal. I'm not saying that the ref should be for Arsenal,
Yeah.
but I mean the ref should be neutral,
Yeah.
right? There are some 50-50 things that he was given to Tottenham that could have gone either way
Yeah.
and things like that.
So he should have
So,
balanced it, right?
I mean, as a professional, yeah, exactly, yeah, as a professional, you could sense that, and then you have to be extra careful and not leave your fate in the hands of the ref. Don't give the ref any opportunity to penalize you. And holding was stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see the game to be
Yeah,
honest. I just saw the highlights, but yeah, it was supposed to be a very entertaining game because both teams were fighting for the top four. It should have.
exactly.
Yeah, I think they should have given it to like I don't know. I don't rate
The
Tierney
top
that
ref or
much.
something.
Yeah, like Michael Oliver or something. So maybe
I agree.
yeah,
I
but
agree.
yeah,
But what was your most surprising result? I have mine.
this this week.
What was your? Yeah.
This week, if I have to say the most surprising, well, it's not a surprise for me, anyways. That I can say Manchester United, but that is not a surprise for me because they have been woeful. Because surprise in the way that this is the highest win for Brighton since they ever played in the Premier League.
Exactly. That's my thing.
There's a
It's
4-0 win.
Brighton.
Yeah, it's
It's
Brighton at the end of the day.
Brighton we're talking about. So no disrespect to Brighton.
Yeah.
But it's United. You can't even banter with them again because of how awful they have been. So.
Yeah. I did not try this game. I did not watch the game. To be honest, I don't even watch United now because I don't see. Of course, I enjoy seeing them losing and things like that. But it's even as a rival fan, I cannot see what the point of watching them because they are just so bad. To be honest, I don't see. But they keep talking. Yeah, the United fans out there, and
Hopefully they'll improve next season.
yeah, hopefully they will. They have a better manager, of course. That's what we hope. That's what we think. I don't hope they have a better manager, but that's what we think. Ten Hag, he has done it in the Champions League and in the Eredivisie, so his pedigree is looking good. So I think he's a great manager. What's your take on him?
I think but just to go by what Mourinho said when he was leaving or what he implied when he was leaving United, I think United it might be a coach issue, but it might also be a management issue, the way the club is run
Yeah.
and things like that. I mean, there are a lot of managers that actually pass through that. Some of them are winners. I mean, you can say anything about Mourinho, but we know that he's a born winner. Mourinho
Definitely.
plays to win and things like that. Yeah, and things like that. So I think unless and until they change how the club is run internally, whatever coach they brought and put in that setup, the likelihood of you doing anything extraordinary, or of you basically not failing is those chances are slim. They need to change within.
Yeah.
They need to change within.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Yeah, I think done with enough with the United and the game with 36 results. We can move into our Kotu Classic Mini League update. We can start with Manager of the Week. This week, Manager of the Week is Babukar Fai. He was on his bench boost. He hit 169 points. That is double our points, right?
Seriously.
169. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, congrats, Babukar.
Yeah, he had in his
Congrats,
team.
Babukar.
Congrats, man. Ramsdale in goal and Laporte, Cody, Alonso. In the middle, he have Salah, Son, KDB was his captain, Kulusevski, and Henderson. Up top, he have Dennis and Antone. And then the bench, Foster, Jansen, Cash, and Pookie. Yeah, Jansen, 15 points. He has some big scores here, right? 60 points from KDB. Wow.
Congrats, man. Congrats. That was a brave and a good move.
Definitely. Yeah. Big game week for Babukar. Congratulations on the free hit. And now let's look at the Kotu Classic Mini League update. My lead has been cut very close now because somewhere hitting 100 and something points. So we start. When this season, you are really struggling in the Kotu Classic Mini League. 51.
I gave up a long time ago, but again, I have to see out the season. I have not been competitive in I've not been competitive in any way. I've been awful. No excuses. I'm coming back stronger next season.
Okay, but if you have to pinpoint, like if you have to look at your season, what do you think you did not do right, or what you could have done better, or is it about the luck, or what's it about?
No, really. Not really. It has nothing to do with luck. I keep on telling people that FPL, you basically have to dedicate time to it.
Yeah.
I've not given the game the respect it deserves this season, and it can actually be seen in my rankings and the kind of points that I'm basically churning out and things like that. It's all about, like, first of all, like, you create your own luck.
Yeah.
So you have to basically be aware of what's going on, watch as many games as possible, do your research, which I have not been doing this season for various reasons and things like that. So hopefully next season it will be better.
Next season, okay. We are hoping to get you
back. So no excuses. No excuses at all. I've been poor.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Ben is is currently a 3-time Kotu Classic FPL champion. He has won the Kotu Classic League 3 times. That is the highest since we started playing the Kotu Classic Kotu Classic League. He's the highest. I think the second high. No manager has even 2. So you can imagine.
Exactly.
How he was terrorizing us in the past.
that was years back. But I'm coming back next season.
Yeah, hopefully.
Definitely.
Hopefully we get the that that spicy
that version of me, right?
Yeah, that version of you, definitely. Yeah. Looking at the top 10 in the Kotu Classic Mini League, there's a lot of movement because, of course, this game week was completely brutal in terms of points swing. Ahmed El Said, he was last season number 1. I think last season he finished in the top 100. He's now in the top 10k or top 10 of the Kotu Classic Mini League. Suleiman Gay Yabi has dropped from, like, he was 4th or 5th. Now he's 9th because he had 80 points. I think he's had the lowest points in the top 10 managers. Amara Cole, he is also a defending champion. So Yabi also is a defending champion. Amara Cole as well is also a defending champion in the Kotu Classic Mini League. He's now moved into 8th. Solomon Bruce Oliver, the host of this podcast, he is doing really well this season. I think he is in 7th. He played his free hit this week, so 124 points. That was big for him. Yeah. Andrew Hennon, last season he also, I think he won the prize league for the Kotu Classic Mini League. He's 6th this season. He dropped to 6th. Size Wall, he's 5th. Amadou Sadio Bari. Ahmed Tijan Suleimani, he was 2nd. He dropped to 4th. Even with 113 points, he dropped all the way to And then you have Pratek Arola. I think he also dropped. And then at number 2, Jibril Fall, Moronista. He triple captain KDB. He was one of those managers who triple captain KDB. 144 points. That was huge. So now he has closed the gap on me. I had 88 points. But yeah, I think for me, it was about the first part of the season. That's where I completely opened the gap, and that kind of secured my spot there. Because 150 points, I don't know how somebody's gonna claw that back in the next 2 games. Do you see it possible?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, not at all. I think congratulations are in order. We should be sending you your prize this now, so I will get to you on time. Well, congrats, man. This has been but I think it's like you have been consistently performing well throughout the season. That's one thing that we should also point out. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, you've topped the league from game week 1 all the way to now. I might be wrong.
Yeah, 2. This is game week 2. Game week 1, I was around.
Game week 2, exactly. Yeah. So I don't think any winner has ever done that. I don't think even when I was winning, I'm not sure. Yeah. Maybe I'm not sure, but it's actually a very tough one to basically top the league from game week 1 all the way to or game week 2 all the way to game week 38. So it shows the effort and the effort and the passion and the time that you basically put into this. And yeah, job well done. Congrats, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah. I like to say consistency is key, and I think I don't do anything special. It's always just about doing the logical decisions, and then trying to just be consistent in your ways, and try to not be so emotional sometimes, and do your due diligence, like you say. I think that is very important. Do your research and make your decisions based on that. But yeah, and a lot of you need a lot of luck, right? And this season, I think I have a lot of that too. So yeah, that's it for game week 36. Okay. Yeah. Okay, guys. Now let's look into game week 37 preview. We will start with the fixtures of game week 37. Of course, there are some teams that are gonna double: Aston Villa, Everton, Crystal Palace, and Leicester City. These 4 teams, Burnley as well. Yeah, these 5 teams, they're gonna have a double game week. This is the final double of the week, the double game week of the season, and of course the penultimate game is, next week. By this time, or next week, like in 10 days time, the season should be over now. So let's look at the fixtures. I think Aston Villa and Everton have the best fixtures when you look at their doubles. Everton, they will play Crystal Palace, and they play Brentford at home. And Aston Villa, they also have 2 home fixtures where they will play Burnley at home, and they play Crystal Palace at home. Aston Villa, as we know, they are kind of secure. They are not going to finish in European positions. They are not going to get relegated. Everton, meanwhile, they can get relegated. So they still have something to play for, which makes it a little bit more significant when you compare them to Aston Villa. Crystal Palace, they are similar to Aston Villa. They have the double with Everton away, and they play Aston Villa away. And Burnley too, they are struggling for relegation. They play Aston Villa away, and they play Tottenham away. So which teams are you targeting looking at this double game week?
I was looking at Burnley and Aston Villa for the fact that they actually have something to play for. They actually trying to avoid Burnley and Everton. And Everton, for the fact that they have something to play for. They're actually trying to avoid our relegation and all that. But I wasn't so sure about the Everton and the Everton assets. Yeah. And that's why I actually decided against going for them. But I think one of the main assets that you can basically have when it comes to Everton is Richarlison.
Yeah.
But the fixtures to look out for from an FPL perspective, or the assets to look out for from an FPL perspective, Burnley assets and Everton assets for Gameweek 37.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Starting with Everton, I think Richarlison is the most obvious one there because he's their main number 9 now. Calvert-Lewin he's been struggling with injuries this season, so Richarlison has been like their key player, and recently he's on penalties too, which of course in FPL is very significant if a player takes the penalties of the team. And Richarlison, I think in one game they had 2 penalties, he took both of them whilst Calvert-Lewin was on the pitch. So it means Richarlison is a very good asset to have going into the team. And the fixtures are very good for Everton. Brentford at home, they don't have anything to play for. Crystal Palace at home, they don't have anything to play for. So these are 2 very good fixtures. But other Aston Villa assets to target, I think, is Gordon. I think that kid is really good. He has really, burst onto the scenes this season for Everton. He has been very vital for them. Since Lampard came in, Lampard has only praised that kid. He has been very important for them. I can remember in the Merseyside derby, he was the one who was causing all the trouble for Liverpool. So, and he's very cheap at 4.7 million. So he's a midfielder in the game. So he's another player to target. I know many managers are targeting him. And other assets are Pickford, the goalkeeper. Pickford has been making a lot of saves.
Yeah.
Like Everton do concede chances, they do concede goals, but Pickford is really safe in them. In terms of keeping them in games, in terms of saves. I can remember their game against Chelsea. If not for Pickford, that game would have ended in a draw or a loss for Everton. And also their defense today is a couple of players we could target. That is Mikalenko and Holgate. They are very cheap defenders, so they are players to target. Burnley, I don't like their fixtures, but of course they have something to play for. I think you mentioned about them, and the players to target there is quite. It used to be maybe Workhouse and Kone, but Workhouse he's not been convincing enough this season, so I don't think many managers will want to go there again, especially right?
He has actually burned me a couple of times this season. I don't think I trust him, but he has been in my team for a while now. So I'll leave him there. I'm not going to transfer him out. I'm going to transfer single game week players. But if he were not on my team, there's no way I was going to transfer him because of this double game week.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. How about Kone? What do you think of Kone? I think he has a stellar season, but very up and down.
Yeah, exactly. Very inconsistent, but that has been their season. I mean, as a club, that has been their season up and down and all that. But again, for the fact that they're actually fighting for their lives and all that, I see him basically performing this game week.
Nice. So Aston Villa, let's talk about Aston Villa. I know they don't have much to play for, but the fixtures are very good. Yesterday they announced that Coutinho has signed with them now. He's now their full-time player. He was on loan, but now he's a full-time player. Watkins and Ings, they are doing pretty well. Strikers are very scarce in the game this season. Ings, whenever he's in the team, he scores a goal because he's a very good finisher. Watkins, he has been ever present. Of course, he's injured in the game against Liverpool. He came off injured, so there is a doubt on him. And they are defenders too. Don't forget, they have Digne and Matty Cash. Their fixtures are good. Crystal Palace at home and Burnley at home. So just by the nature of fixtures, not what they have to play for, I think we can put some weight on. Okay, they have something to play for, or they don't have something. But we also can put a weight on the fixtures that they have. Not so.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that Gerrard is the manager and all that, he won't allow them to basically lower their standards.
Yeah.
Whether they have nothing to play for or they have something to play for, except whoever he puts in the team to basically give their 100%.
Yeah.
And all these clubs, right, they're still jumbling to basically be up there in the table for various reasons.
Yeah.
From a financial perspective, I mean, the better performances you have, more money for you. The higher you finish on the table, more money for you. So the difference between 7th and 8th can be a couple of millions, which is actually a lot of money, and things like that. So all these clubs are indirectly have something to play for when it comes to revenue wise and things like that. Yeah, and Aston Villa, it's double game week. As you said, some of their assets are actually on top form. Kotu just signed a contract. I'm sure he's finding a way of basically saying thank you to the club for giving him a full-time contract. This is a perfect game week to do that. Inks is Inks. Inks has been a consistent performance in the English Premier League for a number of years now.
Yeah.
And he's doing that for Aston Villa. So if there's a way you can get our Villa assets, definitely go for it.
Yeah, definitely. I cannot agree more. I see that. Like the fixtures are very nice, and like you say, the standards will not drop. They will go for it. They will want to finish as high as possible. As like you say, the money is very important. It's very vital. I was reading an article actually this week on the Athletic, like the swing. For example, Brighton, they could finish from 8 to 13. So if they if they were to lose their next 2 games against Leeds are fighting for their lives, and then they lose their final game of the season, and then they finish 13. That could cost them about 13 million in total. So just that
there you go.
from 8 to 13, it could cost up to that in estimation. So yeah, of course, the financial people up there, your people up there, they will not want the teams the players to drop their standards.
And 13 million for a club like Brighton, it's a lot of money.
Yeah,
it's huge. It's huge. It's the difference between them getting an additional player or not. If you look at it.
Exactly. And the players, they know if they do well, they also get to benefit because bonuses will come in for them. So yeah. Anyways, how about the single game week players? Who are we targeting? Tottenham, they play Burnley. Burnley are fighting, but Tottenham are fighting for top 4 too. So that is a very interesting game. I think that is one of the most interesting games of the because both teams need it.
Single game week, I'll target the Tottenham and Arsenal assets. They have a lot to play for.
Yeah.
I mean top four. Yeah. So it's only a point difference between 4th and 5th.
Yeah.
And Arsenal are also facing Newcastle. They just from losing the North London derby. Yeah. They want to bounce back as soon as possible. Any more drop points, and Spurs will be finishing in the top 4 instead of that. So Tottenham will also want to push, hoping that Arsenal will drop points.
Yeah.
So both clubs have a lot to play for.
Absolutely, I agree. That logic you just gave me, like in terms of what Arsenal have to play for and what Tottenham have to play for. Newcastle have nothing to play for, right? But when I look at my team, I find it so easy to bench the Arsenal players than to bench any player in my team. I think it's crazy. But when we get to my team, when we discuss about my team, maybe you can give me some advice on what should I do with these Arsenal players, to be honest. Yeah.
No problem. We'll come there then. No problem.
Yeah, definitely. And Liverpool and Chelsea, they play the FA Cup final, but they also have a game in the midweek. So Man City, if they win against West Ham, Liverpool's game is almost irrelevant, right? But we are heavily invested in Liverpool assets. We all know that. Every FPL manager, because of the Salahs, the Trents, and things like that, people are usually very heavily invested in them. So if Man City wins that game, then Liverpool will almost know, okay, we cannot do it, right? Now the focus will be on the Champions League, like try to keep your players fit. So how do we maneuver? How do we manage with this Liverpool team in terms of the FPL this week?
It's a tough one. It's a difficult one. But you're right. If City win this weekend, then the Liverpool Southampton game is as good as useless, for lack of a better word. And I see City winning.
Yeah,
that's it. I definitely see City winning there and all that. And I think Klopp will rather rest some of the players in anticipation of the Champions League final. Yeah. Because then again, you don't have anything to play for. Why would you want to play the likes of Mane, the likes of Salah for 90 minutes? I mean, the likes of Van Dijk for 90 minutes and things like that. Yeah. Even though they'll still want to compete and all that, but that will be the perfect time to basically give them a breather, allow them to basically rest a bit before the final game of the season, which Liverpool will be playing at home, and they might want to win that game to basically have a good send off and end the season on a high. Yeah. But we have to be very careful with the Liverpool assets for this game week.
Yeah, I agree with you. I have 3 of them. I have Van Dijk, I have Trent, I have Salah. of course, I will start Salah because against Tottenham he did not start. So maybe with him, maybe he might start, and he is also vying for the Golden Boot and things like that. So he would want to play. So with Salah, it's a safe one. With Trent, is a very tricky one. Robertson got his rest last week. So, and Liverpool players are getting injured right now. Fabinho is out for the FA Cup final this week. Naby Keita was limping in the end of the game. So Liverpool are getting to that stage where it's becoming too much. Like the intensity is becoming too much. Yeah, it's becoming too much. Fatigue is coming. Exactly.
Yeah.
So you have to manage it. The manager has to manage that. It's a tricky one for Liverpool.
They have played a lot of games.
Absolutely.
They've played a lot of games. So that is why to win the quadruple is such a difficult thing to do when you are in England.
Yeah.
Right? There are a lot of games that you play throughout the season to be able to achieve that. Right. And it's the same player. So by the time they come towards the end of the season, I mean, fatigue will kick in, cramps. Yeah, they're exhausted, cramps and all these small muscle injuries will start kicking in and things like that. So you definitely have to manage the players. And I see Klopp basically trying to give rest to some of the key players in the exactly, key players for them to basically rest and prepare for the Champions League.
Yeah.
It's been a long and tiring season.
Yeah. So that's where I am at. I am happy to start them, but I am not happy to start the Arsenal players. So really, that is tricky for me. I have to find a way to decide who to start and who to bench in that one. And Chelsea too, they don't have anything to play for. I think now they are almost certain to finish third. But for them, even after the FA Cup, they don't have to look forward to their Champions League final or something. So you would expect them to be a team that keeps their key players playing until the end of the season, because after they have three games basically to play, right?
Yeah, definitely. So for them, it's the FA Cup, and that's it. That's the end of it. And with everything going around the club, the players will definitely do a better job of trying to lift the mood within the club by winning games. So I see them performing even after the FA game, at least, so that it's not all gloom within the club. We know what's going on with the seal and all whatnot. So no better way to basically keep everyone calm, but better than the players performing well.
Yeah.
On the field of play.
Yeah, but I have also you're saying City gonna win. I think I have a glimmer of hope in West Ham causing a shock, but I don't think it will impact the league, to be honest. I see West Ham either getting a draw or they can even win the game. But City are just too good right now. Like you say last game, Kevin De Bruyne, when he is in that level, he's unstoppable, right? So that is kind of another. But as a Liverpool fan, I will just try to lean towards the hope side and hope that West Ham causes a shock, because this is gonna be the final game for Noble, who is a West Ham legend through and through, and the players are hoping to send him off in style. I heard Declan Rice talking about it, so West Ham are gonna be up for it. West Ham have won against Chelsea this season. So they have a team that can win against any team in the league. I think they are not as good as the teams, but I think when you go to their ground at the what is this, the London Stadium, they can cause a shock. That's why I'm still having that glimmer of hope that West Ham can prolong the season to the final game week.
City are actually currently on a mini crisis, by the way.
Yeah, injury-wise,
most of that injury-wise. Yeah. On top of my head, they have about 4 of their defenders out, 5 even. Yeah. Laporte, Diaz, Stones, Walker. Yeah, 4, right? Right. Yeah. So out of that 4, at least their 3 central defenders are all out. So right now, the only fit central defender is actually Ike, at least senior central defender.
Okay.
Ike. Yeah, Ike. So it's but come on, it's City. This is their only hope of winning anything in the in this season. They might trash West Ham for you. Don't be surprised.
Yeah, they have. Of course, I will not be surprised. To be honest, I'm never surprised by City. I'm never surprised by City. just just living in that hopeful,
Okay.
Yeah, but talking
Yeah,
of City,
yeah.
speaking,
So, mhm.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
speaking
go
of
on,
City,
go on, go on.
I wanted to
Mhm.
just, or do you want to have other teams you want to talk about? Because I just wanted to move to their new sign in Highland so that we can have our.
No, like, no, definitely. We can nicely move to the Haaland discussion.
Yeah, Haaland. He's insane, right? This boy is like a machine. I feel when it
And
comes to
and
huh?
and, he, and he's only 21 years old.
Yeah,
Let's not think that he's 25, 26 also. Dude is only 21 years old, right?
yeah,
The
yeah,
last time I checked, I think he scored. I might be wrong, but the last time I checked, I think he scored 83 goals in 87 games for for Dortmund or something like that.
yeah.
Those numbers are insane for a 21-year-old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course, yeah, absolutely.
The
I
way,
think I don't think
yeah,
even Messi
the way,
and Ronaldo, not even Messi and Ronaldo were scoring at that rate at that age.
no, we might be wrong, but like,
No,
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 I don't think so.
that's very true. It's very right. Not even
Yeah,
Messi and Ronaldo were scoring.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, at only 21, and you can say anything about, oh no, he's doing it at the Bundesliga and all that, but dude was playing in the Champions League,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely,
like, and he was performing. He
absolutely.
was scoring goals in the Champions League. So it's not only him facing Bundesliga defenders week in, week out. I mean, he has been up there with the best in the continent, and he has been performing.
Yeah,
So this will take City to a whole new level. Now the question is, can we improve this City? Can you improve this current City side?
yeah,
I think you can. They've been playing. They've been playing for the longest time now, without a striker, without what we know as a natural striker and all that. And if you look at City and the way they play, the number of opportunities that they basically play, to have someone like Haaland, whose main goal and main purpose is just to be within the box,
and score.
the kid might actually score like tons and tons of goals next season.
Yeah, I see your point. I see your point about him being the ready-made what City want, because City will create a lot of chances. They are just crazy when it comes to creating chances. And Haaland, his scoring rate is completely insane. He was playing in Salzburg. He was doing very well in the Austrian league. Went to Bundesliga, did very well in the Bundesliga. But it was not just that. Like you see, his impact in the Champions League too as well. He was scoring for fun in the Champions League. He was scoring at a rate better than almost all these players. Because yesterday I sent you some numbers where I tried to look at his average goals. I just look at it broadly because it's just the start. It has not started yet. Before the start of the season, we will look detailed into his numbers, how impactful he could be. But if you look at his Champions League numbers, he's averaging a goal every other game. So with Haaland, you expect him to score in every single game that he plays. That is the rate that he is doing it, right? Of course, the quality is going to improve at City. So, theoretically, you will say it should improve. Like, he should score more because of he has better services. But sometimes it does not work necessarily that way, because we can see like somebody like Lukaku, for example. It's just an example. Lukaku, he was doing very well at Inter Milan. He went to a better service club with Chelsea, but he's not doing it there. So with Haaland too, I'm not saying he's the same breed with Lukaku, but I'm just saying that it's not always like what we see theoretically. It may not be we may not be necessarily what is going to happen. So I'm just trying to play a little bit of Haaland.
So Haaland has scored 85 times in 88 games.
Yeah.
The Borussia Dortmund, right?
Yeah.
That is 0.96 goals per game.
Exactly.
He has scored 61 goals in 66 Bundesliga games, 15 goals in 13 Champions League games, and 8 goals in 7 Cup games.
Yeah. No, it's insane.
Those numbers are scary. Those numbers are scary for a 21-year-old.
They are very scary. They are very scary. And I cannot see any way this signing can go wrong for City. It cannot. It cannot go wrong. It just because he's young. You can have him for 10 years.
Apart from injuries.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. That is another caveat. He has a little bit of an injury record, especially this season with But it's not major injuries. Like niggling ones, 3 weeks here, 4 weeks here and there. So that is the issue we can concern with him, because his build is so insane. He's so huge for his age. He's just like a machine. He's like somebody who's built in a lab and then come and play football. To be honest.
And this kid is he doesn't always score goals. Like at times he's also involved in the play. What I mean by like he's not your kind of like Van Nistelrooy kind of person, scoring tap ins, run space and all that. He can actually play with the ball. Like he can play in a counter attacking system. Like his goals are not only tap ins, they're not only headers and all that. He scores all kinds of goals.
Yeah, he scores all types of goals.
Like it is going to be a joy to watch for neutrals like us.
Yeah, true. But I kind of have a doubt about that too. I kind of have a doubt about that. I may be wrong, but because of the fact that City don't have a number 9 right now, personally, as a rival fan, as a Liverpool fan, I kind of don't like it, because they have too much control in games, because everybody is a midfielder, and if they have 3 midfielders, that is enough to control games. But imagine if they have 5 midfielders coming into the middle, you don't even touch the ball. You remember they played against Real Madrid. Of course, Real Madrid won that game, but the way City controlled that game for 90 minutes, it was completely insane. They completely controlled that game, but there was just this, how do they say this heritage of Real Madrid that come out of the blues from nowhere, and then Real Madrid got the 2 goals. But at the end of the day, that is what everybody will forget. Most football fans, that is what they will remember. Real Madrid, they came back again and they did do it again. But at the end of the day, City have done enough in that game to win that game, because they control the game in both legs.
City have done enough in that tie to win that tie.
Exactly.
I mean, both games.
Exactly.
Both games they were on top of Real Madrid, by the way. Like at the Etihad, it was the same thing. Like Madrid were basically struggling to get hold of the ball.
Exactly.
The whole 90 minutes, right? Like true, like you can't control the whole 90 minutes. There might be like some phases in the play, like 5-10 minutes wherein like you'll be Madrid seems to be on top and all that. City will regroup and come back on top again. Yeah. But over the 2 legs, they deserve to win.
I think Real Madrid got their first shot. Their first shot on target that was the goal, right? That was the first goal.
Yeah.
So
that was the first goal.
It was completely.
It was 2 shots on target, 2 goals. 88 minutes and 89 minutes, end of story.
Football is a crazy sport. Football is a very crazy sport. You cannot explain it.
It is a crazy sport. But Haaland to City, it's a wonderful signing for both club and player, and hopefully it works out well.
Yeah. Of course, it's a wonderful. I hope it does not work out for Liverpool from a Liverpool perspective. But I cannot see it happening. I cannot see that happening.
Yeah.
But it will be interesting to see how they adapt to having a number 9, because Pep, if you look at his teams in the past, he has not necessarily favored a number 9, except for when he went to Bundesliga and had Lewandowski. And I think Lewandowski is a different type of striker, because Lewandowski, he can play like a 9.5. He can drop and be part of the play. I don't see Haaland as the striker who will be a 9.5 or something like that. He's a scorer. He always want to be in the box. He's always running behind.
Yeah, in the box. Yeah.
So it will be interesting to see how Pep do with him, because I think Pep struggled with a true number 9. For example, when he was at Barcelona, he had Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Even though Zlatan is a kind of a 9.5 too, but he kind of struggled in that team. So I don't know how he will adopt with this big striker. What do you think?
No, I think Pep first of all is a disciplinarian.
Yeah.
Right. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, it was an issue of ego. Both of them have egos. Their egos clashed, and Zlatan had to go. That was it. Even when he came to City with Aguero, it was the same. It was the same thing. If we remember, he wanted to sell Aguero. Was it the first year or the second year?
Yeah.
Why? Because Pep likes everyone on his team to track back and participate in the defensive efforts of the team.
Yeah.
Right? Kun was not doing that.
Yeah.
Kun has never been the type of guy.
That type of player,
So
yeah.
I think it's more, yeah, exactly. I think it's more of the players basically not been suited to a Pep system
Yeah.
than Pep not been able to manage a number 9.
Yeah.
Right now, it's good that this guy was signed at this stage, so he can basically go have a full preseason and come back on.
Yeah. Yeah, but it will be interesting, right? It will be interesting to see how he adapt to that, and how he adapt to a team where it's not gonna be a counter-attacking team, it's gonna be a controlling team. Because if you look at Dortmund, they are more of a counter-attacking team. They always run behind, like a very high tempo team going up. But Man City, they will control the ball, circulate the play, control like it's always gonna be pinned. Like for example, Grealish, he was also from Aston Villa, who was a counter-attacking team, or who was like, he's always on the ball, running at people. But at City, he has to be a controlling player. He has struggled a little bit. So it's not always like plain sailing, but it will be interesting to see how it works out. So yeah. We can move to the FA Cup final. Just briefly, and then we look at our teams. Chelsea, Liverpool, FA Cup final, Saturday today. What's your take?
Chelsea Liverpool. It's going to be an interesting game. I see Liverpool winning this game. Chelsea has been a club that has been again up and down for various reasons and all that. So I'll give it a Liverpool win, 2-1 maybe.
Wow, but yeah, I think both teams have struggled in with injuries. Liverpool have Fabinho, they are holding midfielder out. Chelsea, Kante and Kovacic out. To be honest, those are the two midfielders who cause us a lot of trouble when it comes to Chelsea. So if they are missing in this game, I think it's a big one for Liverpool. But yeah, it will be interesting. I think Chelsea are always a dark horse for Liverpool. They always make it trouble. I think I can see this one going to extra time and maybe penalties again and ending there. So it is possible. But it's an interesting one, especially in the complex of the FPL, our FPL teams and things like that. But yeah, I hope you are right with your prediction anyway.
I'm just basically talking at it from an analytical point of view. Ask me who I want to win, and I'll vote for Chelsea to win.
Yeah, of course, I know. But that's it. But Mr. Ben, you have made a free hit draft for us. Let's look at the free hit draft. You went with two heavy hitting goalkeepers, that is Pope and Pickford, Van Dijk, White, Matip, Amate, Ake. Basically, you have not gone with the double game with players. Why?
Except Richarlison, of course. Yeah. So except Richarlison and Weghorst and basically Pickford, those are double game week. Those are double game week players. But again, double game week players have won me this season, and I'm basically looking at players that are actually currently performing, and with the hope that they will perform in the following game weeks. Yeah. Arsenal and Spurs assets, they will definitely perform in game week 37, game week 38, as I said, because both teams are actually going for top 4, right? Ike will most likely play because City actually have a defensive crisis. Yeah. So I see him playing the last 2 games, and I see City keeping a clean sheet on both games or at least one of those games.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
KDB after this game week, who they are not. I mean, bring the guy in their team. So that's it. And yeah, the others are basically straightforward and all that. Liverpool might actually rotate and all that, but Van Dijk has been an ever present. Even if they rotate, it might be much basically Rustin and Van Dijk coming in and things like that.
Yeah. For me, I think if I was going to Liverpool defense right now, it will be Robertson, because he was rested in the last game against Aston Villa. He did not play any minutes, so that will suggest that he plays in the next Premier League game. So that will be the only Liverpool player I will go with. I will not even go with Trent on a free hit. Yeah, I will not go with like this. And and Aston Villa, I think I would really invest on their defense. Lucas Digne and Matty Cash, they looking solid. I think I will also invest in them. But KDB, like you say, 100%. And I like the midfield, and going forward, midfield, like you go with the players that have something to play for. So that is, I for me personally, I kind of usually go with the double game, because I'm just, they will burn me, and I will go again. That is how, how can I say it? I don't know how to say that word in English. How much jump or something like that. Understand? I will keep going with them. with them. So yeah, but I think it's a solid. It's a solid team. It's going with the teams players that have something to play for. So you don't have any issue of
Right.
he's on the beach or something like that. But it's a solid one there. I like it.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Nice. Let's look at our teams quickly. Our teams. Here is your team. You went with Workhouse captain. You are brave, man. Go ahead. Your
No,
team.
but I might change it. We've been talking, and I actually see value in breaking Richardson of Everton. So I might actually change that before the deadline. But it will be Gabriel Jesus and giving with to Richardson, and then Richardson will have the armband. Then Broja Albin and Gettier of Arsenal in the place of Broja. Yeah. So those might be the two changes that I'll make before the deadline.
White is back. Arsenal, is he?
Yeah, he's fit. Yeah, he's past fit.
He played against. Did he play against?
No. He didn't play. No, he didn't play.
Okay.
He didn't play.
Okay.
But he's fit.
Yeah, and you have the Leicester defenders there too. You are trusting them? I just cannot trust them, man. Leicester. I don't even talk about them today.
I mean, those three players have been on my team for a couple of game weeks now. I don't see the need to basically with a free transfer or get a negative to basically try to push them out.
Yeah, I'm just so done with those Leicester players because they have a lot of players and Brennan will just keep changing. Fofana will play one game and then rest the other game. I might play this game. So you never.
Exactly.
So yeah, every position they have a lot of options. I have two Leicester players too. Let's look at my team. Yeah, I have Jose Sa in goal. I'm gonna start him. Van Dijk, Trent, and Cancelo. And in the middle, I have Coutinho. He's fresh from his new contract, and that Salah, Saka, Son, and Kulusevski. Then I have Iheanacho and Workhouse. Like you say, Nketiah, I was telling you about Nketiah, Arsenal. So he's on my bench. Saka, I'm even thinking benching Saka, which is crazy. I know. And Fofana, you see, he's on my bench. I have 2 free transfers, by the way. So the plan is to bring in Lucas Digne of Aston Villa and one striker in Ings or Richarlison. What's your take on the Arsenal players? Who will you bench for Nketiah in my team?
Tough one because you have double game week strikers. Your midfield looks solid. That's Salah, right?
Yeah.
Son, boy, and you play the back three. This is a tough one. This is definitely a tough
two
one.
free transfers, right?
Find a way of bringing KDB. Don't ask me how, but if you can bring him.
That's a tough one. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but this is a solid team already.
Okay. Then then maybe I will stick and maybe get a defender or something like that. That would give me. Yeah. This is why I've been the Arsenal player. So this is why I'm in the problem of limbo of they are good players, but I have to
exactly who do you start and all that. Yeah.
But I think we have exhausted everything, and I think it was a great time to have you around again. And any final words before we close?
No, keep playing. Once again, congrats to you. Good luck to everyone over the remaining 2 game weeks. I hope you win your mini leagues and win whatever competition you are. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck, guys. There you have it. This was the Kotu Classic FPL podcast. If you are new around, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like the video if you like what we do. So until we meet again next week, that is the final game week. So guys, have a great game week. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye, Ben.
Bye.
Boy, andi dot. Lola alon Rosdi. waaye am nañ yëpp yeah yëpp am fa léegi damaa ñëw code part bu ñu soxla noonu rek ma upload ko si YouTube bi yeah alright man alright man thanks man déggoo ne